How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. Now, on today's show, we're going to be talking about Newcastle because their match on Friday against Aston Villa has been cancelled due to a coronavirus outbreak. We're also going to be talking about Monday night's game between West Ham and Aston Villa and a contentious VAR decision. And the last piece of news involves Arsenal, and a former legend is looking to take William Saliba on loan in January.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right. So the first place we're going to start was the news that broke yesterday that Newcastle's game on Friday night against Aston Villa has been postponed due to a coronavirus outbreak at the club. Now, there's been a few rumours over the last 24 hours or so as to what may well happen. But yesterday it was confirmed that the game has been postponed. Now, Newcastle had to shut down their training complex due to an outbreak of coronavirus. A new date for the game with a time and everything else will be given in due course. But for now, the game has been postponed. A club statement went on to say that several Newcastle United players and staff members are now self-isolating at home after returning positive test results in recent days, and the club's training centre site has been temporarily closed in order to contain the spread of the virus. With the Magpies first team currently unable to prepare for the match as a group, Newcastle United lodged a request with the Premier League to postpone the fixture at Villa Park, which has been approved by the Premier League board. Accordingly, the club is now working with Public Health England, North East, local health authorities and the Premier League in line with COVID-19 protocols to identify the source of the outbreak and to ensure the risk of further transmission continues to be minimised. All players and training ground staff will be retested this week, and a meeting between the club, Premier League and PHE will take place to assess the test results. This is the first time, I do believe, since we've came back from the original break because of coronavirus, which started in March, that a game has been postponed because of coronavirus. Now, Premier League players, they all, whilst that, their clubs, they're in what's known as social bubbles, and they're regularly tested. They have everything that they possibly need around them to make sure that everybody's safe and that all the protocols are met accordingly. But something here has gone drastically wrong, and what this is likely a result of is somebody contracting coronavirus, probably getting tested, and at the time of the test being negative, when in fact they did have coronavirus, and they were passing it around to various people at the training complex. And then when they do the next set of results and testing, that's when you realise there's a major problem, and that's what I suppose the issue is and the risks that run. But we're going to find out as to where the source of this has come from. Could it have even came from Newcastle playing in, one of their recent games, for example? Their Crystal Palace last time out, I think it was. And, could one of the players picked it up from there, or an official, or, is this something that's going to have a domino effect? We don't know. But this is the first time this has happened, and I think the Premier League have had to see sense on this one in terms of, shutting it down and not making Newcastle just play what they have, because, there was talk saying that the Premier League might turn around and say, well, you're going to have to play a lot of your youngsters under 23s or whatever. But if they all share the same training complex, then there's no way you could have made them do that, because how would they have trained or prepared if the training ground shut down? So I think it's the right thing to do. Both teams will get a rest this weekend. And I think, we'll find out soon enough as to what happens. And, whether it's something more serious or whether it's something that they've managed to put a lid on. Next piece of news involves Aston Villa again, but also West Ham and Monday night's game between the two. And Aston Villa dealt another defeat. And I suppose when you look at the results lately, they're probably quite, happy to not be playing this weekend. It might give them a bit of time to regroup, reassess and go again, because I think in the last 5 games, the only victory they've had was against Arsenal. Do I really need to say anything? But they're conceding goals left, right and centre. And, we're not so much talking about the result in this game, which West Ham won 2-1. There's a couple of incidents in the game which everybody's talking about. West Ham took the lead in the game, and then Aston Villa equalised through Jack Grealish, an absolutely fantastic goal from him. But it's not that goal that we're really talking about with Grealish. It's what's the word? The over-exaggeration, as though he's been shot from a sniper in the distance. Though someone was on Westfield Shopping Centre car park and took him down. Because the video that I've seen, he might have got the slightest of touches, but to react the way he did, I'm sure everybody's seen it, and it's not great. He's so better than that. He's an unbelievably talented boy, and what a player he is. But when he does things like that, it really lets him down, in my opinion. And it also, is one of the reasons why he may not get a lot of decisions his way, because of the theatrics, and it's not great. But yeah, the other part of this game is that Ollie Watkins, who gave Arsenal a torrid time, yeah, same facial expression again, he missed a penalty, and then in injury time, 93rd minute I believe it was, had a goal ruled out by VAR. Now, I've watched this so many times, and it honestly looks to me, because you've got to remember, from here where your sleeve is and down is now handball. So if that part of your body is in an offside position, then that is not offside, because you cannot score with that part of your body. I believe that's right. But anything from here up, if that is offside, because you can score with it, it's offside. Even if the ball's played through on the floor and there's no chance of you scoring with that part of your body, because you're not just going to, slide in with your shoulder. Yeah, it's kind of like, but it looks to me like this, like literally that, the end of your sleeve is what was offside. And I was looking at it and I was like, wow, if that happened to Arsenal, I'd be absolutely fuming. It was so tight and so contentious, but I suppose this is what we're living in now with this VAR. And I've said it again, it's not the technology that's the problem, because VAR is finding these, parts in the game that it's supposed to. It's showing what there is. It's the people that's running them and the rules itself. Now, when you get ones like this, it should be the advantage to the attacker and it should be a goal. Offside with VAR should only be used if there's a genuine distance between the players. You remember when Aubameyang scored at Old Trafford last season? And it was initially given as offside. And when VAR looked at it, he was miles onside. That's the kind of offside decision you want VAR to get involved in. Things like that. Not these ones when you're talking toenails, the end of a sleeve of a shirt and things like that. It just makes a mockery. And I can't say no more than that. But West Ham, 2-1 win for them, and they're in the top 5. They're buzzing at the moment. And David Moyes has got a brilliant record throughout November. I think he'll win Manager of the Month, to be honest with you. They've had a brilliant November. So yeah, very, very good win for them. Now, last piece of news. Former Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira is supporting Nice's push to sign William Saliba on loan in January. Now, we all know the situation with William Saliba is that he can't get into the side. There's a million and one arguments as to why he should be in the side when you look at the problems that Arsenal have had in defence on that right-hand side. But it looks like Mikel Arteta wants him to go out and still gain a bit more experience before he comes back and really starts to make a attempt to get into the main Arsenal side. But talking January is that he could go back to St Etienne, and I believe that that is Saliba's preferred choice. That's understandable, but he's also got Nice in the running, and like I was saying, former Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira, who is manager there now, is fully behind it, and I wouldn't mind seeing that move. If he's going to go and he's not going to be here, then I wouldn't mind him, going to Nice and being under an absolute legend of Arsenal Football Club, a leader, an absolute monster of a footballer, and he would definitely learn from him. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that one, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens between now and January. We've got a month or so, so we're going to find out very, very soon. Now, also, various reports talking about January transfers, and there's been quite a few reports saying that Arsenal will be making signings in January, and that apparently it's going to be a very, very good month. Now, one of the names that's being heavily linked is, of course, Dominic Szoboszlai, and I believe I pronounced that right. Excuse me if I haven't, but we've all seen this lad. He's unbelievable and exactly what we would need in that area. And the fact he's got a release clause of around about just over £20 million, I think it is perfect. But the issue we have is that everybody across Europe wants him as well. So we need to act, and we need to act fast. And if we can get him, I'll be buzzing. There's also mentions of Christian Eriksen, maybe the bit of experience first of all. I looked at his stats earlier on today, actually, with regards to his time in the Premier League, and it's right up there. But I don't know how I feel about that one. Of course, there's big talk about Houssem Aouar still, and things have not been going great for him at his time with Lyon this season. So that is something that could be revisited in January. But yeah, apparently from what people are saying and reports are saying, it's going to be a very, very big January. Fabrizio Romano, we all know about his reports and everything else. He is one of the ones that said that he's expecting a very, very big January from Arsenal. And that sounds more like one player, So the reports are saying that we're looking for a right-sided centre-back and we're looking for a creative midfielder. So in terms of the right-sided, centre-backs, that's going to be interesting. I don't think their Upamecano is feasible. I think Liverpool will probably go and get him, to be honest with you. But then you've got his defensive partner in Konate. A couple of years ago, I done a video on him of potential signings, and he's brilliant. He is just as good, and some people believe he's better, in fact. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Right-sided centre-back kind of means that quite a lot of them are going to be out of the door, and I think that's something that's planned anyway, whether it's January or end of the season when all their contracts expire and everything else. But we're going to find out very, very soon. So is it going to be an interesting and very exciting January? We'll find out soon enough. So there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about today's topics. If you're new around there, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.